you love me too. Kisses don't come for free. So what you waiting for? Back to mine, only 5. Then we can go all night. Hey guys, welcome to our lower body workout today. Today we are focusing on quads and glutes. So you are going to need some heavy weights, maybe a resistance band if you want to add that in. And you will need something, if you have something, you don't have to add this in, that you can use as a step. Here we're going to be doing some clean, deadlift clean with just a single step. We're not stepping all the way up, we're just stepping onto that. So if you have like a box, a stool, something sturdy that you can use for that, that's awesome. If not, you don't have to add the step up in. I think that's it, and we will get into our warm-up. So we're just going to start off with some in and out squats. So we're just sinking out to that squat, driving back up to center. Alternating sides here. And as we step out, we're starting to practice that form, watching that those knees are tracking on those outside 3 toes. We don't want those knees collapsing in. Driving up with that corkscrew, and then practicing that breath, keeping that core engaged. Starting to feel those lower body muscles warming up, sending that blood flow to those hips. A couple more here, and then we'll come back to center, and we're going to go into some regular squats with some arm swings. So back to center here, and we're going to swing those arms, kind of like we're doing that kettlebell swing, just adding in some upper body movement as well. Continuing to check in with that form on those squats. Protecting those knees, keeping that core strong. 3, 2, 1. We're going to sink down into the squat, and we're going to go into some lateral walks. So we'll take 2 steps one way, and then 2 the other way, or as many as you have space for. Stay nice and deep, really starting to fire up those lower body muscles. Watching we're not rounding our back here. We're keeping that posture and alignment. We're gonna go here a few more times, and then we're gonna add in some hip circles. 1 more time each way, 2 steps, back the other way. Come to that standing position, we'll start with that left leg, and we'll go into some hip circles here. We've got squats, lunges, deadlifts, all of it today, so we really want to make sure we're nice and warmed up. Other way, and then we'll switch to the other leg. Same thing, nice big circles, warming up those hips. And the other way. Awesome. Perfect. We're going to step back into a reverse lunge. We're going to step back. We're going to swing those arms. 1, 2, tap it in, step back, swing, swing, tap it in, back, and swing. So 2 swings. Stay nice and low. Tap that toe in. And then we'll go 1 more on this side and switching to that other side. So sinking down, step back, 2 swings, and step it in. Stay low in that lunge. Keep that quad and those glutes activated. Our prime movement for today is going to be a curl and press. So we're going to finish up this warm up, and we're going to get into a minute of those. If you are tracking, make sure you have those tracking sheets. Grabbing that same weight as we did last time, seeing if we can get a few more reps in. Nice wide stance here. Take a big inhale, exhale to that forward fold, and open up to that opposite side. Maybe feeling some lengthening in those inner thighs. Almost there. Inhale down, exhale, open to that side. And just moving through this at your own pace. And then we're just going to finish off with some side squats here. So sinking down. Think about sinking back, not coming forward and rounding that back. continuing to warm up those hips. Maybe each side we get a little bit deeper in that squat. Almost there. 3, 2, and one more on each side. Make sure we're nice and even. And that's awesome. Bring it back in. Choose that weight for our curl and press. 1 minute, and then we'll get into our work. All right, here we go. Grabbing those weights, curl and press. Get that sheet ready. We've got 5 seconds countdown into 1 minute. Let's see how many reps we can do in 3, 2, and 1. So we're into that curl and press up overhead. Into that curl and press up overhead. Awesome. We're watching that core is staying nice and strong. We're not arching in that lower back. Hips are over, ribs are over hips. Focusing on that alignment, posture. And at the same time, we're counting. We're seeing how many reps we can get in today. Halfway there. Keep going. Check that number out from last time. See if we can beat it. Just less than half. Almost there. 1 minute. Good job, guys. Almost there. Keep going. Push through those last couple reps. Get them in. Beat that time. Beat those reps. 1 more. And rest. Good job. Okay, go ahead, write those numbers down if you are tracking, and we'll get into our first circuit. We've got 3 exercises, similar to week 4 or 2. We're switching up the tempo a little bit, slowing that eccentric movement down. So we are starting off in front squats. We've got our weights racked in front of us. We're counting for 3, 2, 1, driving up. Second move, we are doing a static lunge. Same thing, we're playing with that tempo. So we're here, we're sinking down for 4, driving up with 1. Sinking down for 4, driving up with 1. Third move is that RDL clean. So we've got our nice heavy weights. We're sinking into that deadlift. We're gonna clean. And then if you have that step, this is where I want you to add that in. So we're going into that clean, drive up that front foot onto that step, okay? We'll do one side, and then second set, we'll go into the other side, all right? So here we go. We're starting with those front squats. We are going to be working 45, 15, a little bit harder than last time. We're working on that progressive overload. We're getting a little bit stronger, pushing ourselves a little harder each time, okay? Front squat, grab those weights. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Sinking down, driving up. Sinking down, driving up. We're watching that we're not resting those weights on our shoulders. They're out in front of us, keeping that core activated. Awesome. As we sink down, we come here. Before we drive up, I want you, right before you drive up, to think about that exhale, pull that pelvic floor, engage that core, right before we go into that move. So we gently pull, engage, press up to that stand. All right. Inhale down, exhale up. And rest. We're gonna take 15 seconds here, and then we're going into that static lunge. We're gonna start with that right foot forward. Remember, we're thinking train track, so that stance is wide enough. We're not wobbling all over. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna sink 4, 3, 2, 1, and drive. We're slowing that down and driving up. So we're focusing glutes, or sorry, we wanna focus on, we're doing some quads today. So remember, we talked about leaning more forward. We're hitting those glutes. Coming up, not as hinged, we're hitting those quads a little bit more. Inhale down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive up. I really want you guys to focus on slowing it down. And you'll find sometimes that's when you can really notice what muscles you are targeting. So if your form is proper and rest, you are going to feel those glutes, you're going to feel those quads working. We're going to go into those cleans next with that step up. So we're going to be stepping up with that right foot if we are adding that in, okay? So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hinge, drive up to that clean, knee up, and reset. Sorry guys, I have a cold. And drive, reset. Thinking about hinging at those hips until we're feeling a gentle pull or a gentle stretch in those hamstrings, driving up with those glutes. We're exhaling on that hard part of the movement, on that clean. Good job, guys. We're almost there. Let's go one more. Heart rate should be up if we're using that heavy weight. Good job. We're done. Our first set. Take a breath, grab a drink, and we're going to do that again, and we're going to switch sides this time. So we're going to switch up that leg on that static lunge and on that step up if you are adding that in, okay? All right, enjoy these last few seconds of our break. We're starting again with that front squat. Nice and slow sink, drive up on that 1 count. We've got about 10 seconds left in our rest. Let's enjoy. Let's grab those weights, get ready. 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're sinking 3, 2, 1, and drive. Slow it down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drive. Good job, guys. We're almost there. Watch that you're not holding that breath. Sometimes with those heavy weights, we think it's easier. We hold that breath. We're focusing on that heavy, heavy weight. We don't want to do that. We want that oxygen. We're sending that oxygen to those muscles. Help them out. We're almost there. 1 more. And rest. Good job, guys. Static lunges next. This time we've got our left foot forward, I believe. Getting ready to go into that split stance. In 3, 2, 1, sinking slow. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drive. Watching that knee is not caving in. Awesome exercise for those hip stabilizers. Keep that foot planted nicely. Think about driving up with that front foot. Good job, guys. We're almost there. You're feeling those legs starting to shake if you're using those heavy weights. Let's get 1 more rep here. And rest. All right, we're going to those cleans next. Stepping up with that left side. We're gonna take a little core break in between before we get into our final set, okay? So here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hinge to that deadlift, drive up to that clean. Inhale, big power move up to that clean. Awesome work, guys. Remember that 2x4 is on our back as we hinge into that deadlift. Flashlight in the butthole. Remember, shining on that back wall, not on the floor. One more. And rest. Okay, 15 seconds. We're gonna go to that step through wood chopper. So this time we'll go left foot forward, starting with that weight on our right hip, and we're stepping up and swinging back, okay? The power is coming from our core, adding some transverse work in here with that rotation. We are just about there. We're gonna go 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we're stepping up and rotating back. Keep that core nice and strong here, guys. Don't let that lower back do the work. Inhale, exhale on that push. Sneaking in that little core work here and giving our legs a bit of a rest. Next, we're gonna go do those 3 moves one more time. We're just gonna be alternating our step ups and alternating into reverse lunges. We're gonna keep that slow, eccentric, lower. Really challenge that time under tension. And rest. All right, guys, going into our final set in our first circuit. Let's grab a drink quick first. Work that lower body, okay? Nice heavy weights. Tracking those weights for these moves if you are. Getting those 2 weights ready in that front rack position. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. So we're sinking on 4. Drive up on 1. And we should be feeling this squat. We're going a little bit deeper each time. Another bonus of having these heavy weights, adding that resistance is helping us get a little bit deeper into those squats, really challenging that range of motion. Good work, guys. Watch that form. We're getting tired. We want to cheat those reps. Stay strong. Slow it down if you need to. Almost there. And rest. Okay, here we go. We're going into alternating reverse lunges this time. We're still going to slow that lower down. Core is strong, helping us keep that balance in 3, 2, and 1. Drive up through that front heel, other side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drive up. Great work, guys. Make sure you're breathing. Almost there. Into those cleans next. And we'll take a nice little break, and we're halfway through our workout. 1 more. And rest. Okay. Those cleans, deadlifts and cleans are next. My goodness, it's hot out today. This humidity. Should have put AC back on. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, we've got those feet hip width apart, hinging at those hips. Drive up to that clean and step up, and we're alternating those step ups here if you are doing them. Almost there, guys. We're almost through our first circuit. You are doing awesome. If you're using those heavy weights, if you're challenging yourself, you are sweating right now. That heart rate is up. You're counting down until that break. Big power up to that clean. 1 more. And rest. Awesome. All right, let's enjoy a little break here. Take a drink. Write those reps down or those weights down if you're tracking. Second circuit, 3 moves. We are going to, we're gonna elevate that front foot. So if you have a yoga block, book, something like that, we're gonna throw that front foot up on something stable, okay, just something strong, because we are going into those step back knee drive. If you want to add a little progression, a little bit more, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our weights and we're gonna add in, you can do it here or you can do it here and add in a curl, okay? And then knee drive it up. So step back, curl, and knee drive, okay? Second move, we are going into those raised heel. Remember these fun ones? We're gonna pulse and hand switch with that weight. Third move, we're just gonna break it down nice and simple and go into some calf raises, all right? You can use your step, something to help with that range of motion, or just doing them on the floor is fine. Okay. Have we enjoyed our break? Are we ready to get back into it? Starting with that front foot elevated step back, knee raise. I think that's what we're gonna call them. So we can grab our weights. If you're gonna do that curl, make sure you're grabbing an appropriate weight. Put that, we always start with our right because it's easier to remember. Let's put our right foot elevated, stepping back with that left foot. In 3, 2, and 1. So we're stepping back to that lunge. We're gonna go into a curl and then drive up to that knee drive. Step back, add in that curl, into that knee drive. Lots of core work in this move here, full body. We're working lower body, core, biceps, all of it. You can take these curls out, you can take this knee drive out, wherever you need to modify. You go ahead and do that, especially if you're not super stable with that elevated front foot. We don't want anybody toppling over. Listen to your body. Challenge it in a safe and effective way. One more. Rest, okay. Heel, elevated, hand switch. We have some long titles for these exercises today. I'm going to maybe use my kettlebell. So remember, we're pulsing, switching the weight. 2 pulses, switch, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, 1. So it looks like this. We're gonna go pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulsing twice, switching that weight. First it seems easy, and then you're like, damn, this is getting those quads real good. Feeling it in those quads, those glutes. Keep breathing, guys. Nice and low. It's enough of you, Surrey. Nice and low. As we get to the end, we want to come up here. Our pulses start looking like this. Nope, drop it nice and deep. We're here for 30 minutes today. We want to make every second count. Big rest. Whew. Those aren't fun. Calf raises next. 2 weights, nice and heavy. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Driving up and slow and controlled down. And again, if you have a set of steps nearby, something stable that you can use for these, go ahead and do that to help with the balance. Hold on to a wall or something just lightly. But if not, this is going to be as effective as well. Grabbing those nice heavy weights here, really challenging that lower body. Awesome job, guys. Almost there. And rest. I like that nice little calm move at the end there. Nothing too crazy. All right. Next, we're raising that left foot, elevating that front left foot. Our front foot. We're elevating that left foot. We're stepping back with that right hammer curl up into that knee drive, okay? So let's get those weights ready. Grab a quick drink if you want. Same thing, opposite side this time. And here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. So we're sinking down into that curl, driving up. Into that knee drive, slow and controlled. Making sure we've got that balance. Engage that core. Checking if those glutes are activated. Awesome job, guys. One more rep here. Into those weighted switches again. Elevate those heels. We're gonna really work those quads today. Grabbing that weight, 2 pulses, switch that weight. Nice and deep in this squat, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're going pulse, pulse, and switch. Now you can do this without a weight if you just wanna do some squat pulses here. That could be a good modification. And again, just coming out of that squat a little bit more so we're not as deep in that range of motion. If we need that modification, if it's just feeling like too much, that's okay. Just keep moving. Keep those muscles working. Almost there, guys. Stay deep. Calf raises next. And rest. Oh, it's a nice rest after those. All right, heavy weights, calf raises, 45 seconds. We're gonna take a little core rate. After that, go into those wood choppers on the other side. Each move one more time, and we're out of here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go into those calf raises. Up on those toes, slowly lowering back down. Nice time here to catch that breath. Think about those big 360 breaths. Make sure we don't lock out our knees here. Core is engaged. Think about bringing that rib cage to those hips. And rest. All right, guys, into these wood choppers. We are going the other way this time. So right leg is forward. That weight is coming down to our left hip. Into that rotation. In 3, 2, and 1. So you're stepping through with that left foot. Bringing that weight down to hip. Rotating up and overhead. Make sure the weight you're using here is challenging you. Use that breath to get you through those reps. Good job, guys. Keep going, we're almost there. We'll take a little break, then we'll get into our last set. And rest. Fantastic job, guys. We are going to, instead of elevating that front heel or front foot here, we're gonna go into alternating reverse lunges. And instead of a bicep curl, we're gonna go out to a lat raise. So you might need to go a little lighter. So we're stepping back, out to that raise, coming back up. Alternating sides, okay? The other two moves will look the same. Grab your drink. Get weights out of your way that are behind you so we don't step on them. And again, those lat raises, you're probably not using too heavy of weights, so just be mindful of that before we get into that move. All right, starting with those alternating reverse lunges. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. So we're stepping back to that lunge, lat raise, and drive up. If this is too challenging, you can do that lat raise while you're standing. So once you come up here, go into that raise, and then step back to that lunge. It's a little more challenging here. That balance is off. That core is working a little bit harder for us. Awesome job, guys. You're doing great. Working that full body today. I know it was called quads and glutes. We've got some biceps, some shoulders, some core in. Some cardio. Almost there. One more rep. And rest. All right, our favorite move is coming up next. We're going into those heel raised pulse switches. All right, it's the last time we have to do this exercise, guys. So push yourself to the limit, as deep as we can go into that squat. No cheating. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Nice and deep, guys. Still making sure that those knees are tracking. We're not letting those knees collapse in. Really feeling those quads work. If you have those elevated heels, you might feel it in the glutes a little bit more. If you're just flat-footed here, Keep that back nice and neutral. Core is engaged the whole time. So close, guys. Countdown is on. We are at 1 second left and rest. Okay, let's finish off strong into our calf raises. And then we're gonna end off with a little cardio because I know you guys love it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1 into our calf raises. We've got 2 minutes burnout after. We are in week 4, so we've turned it up a notch. We were doing 1 minute in week 2 and week 1. Week 3 and 4, we've upped it to 2. 2 exercises, 30 seconds on, 2 minutes of work, and then we're out of here. So enjoy these calf raises. Last few seconds here, last few reps. And rest, okay. Set those weights aside, we will not need them for our burnout. I want you to grab a drink, get yourself ready. You're gonna push it for 2 more minutes. Anything we've got left, we're gonna do one of, I feel like you guys just keep requesting these jump squats over and over again. So we're gonna be doing jump squats. And again, you don't have to do a jump squat. It's a big impact move. If our knees are sore, ankles, whatever, we can go into a squat with a front kick. Second move, we're really killing his legs today. We're gonna go into a reverse lunge switch. So what that's gonna look like is we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So step, step, and sink. Step, step, and sink. So you should be alternating. If you're doing 3, you should be sinking nice and deep on the opposite leg every time, okay? Jump squats, those 30 seconds each, and then we're out of here, all right? So last few seconds of our rest, make sure you grab something to drink, water preferably, and we'll get into these last 2 minutes, okay? Nice deep breaths. Don't shut the video off, it's only 2 minutes. We can get through it together, okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Into those jump squats. It doesn't have to be a huge explosive jump, all right? We're burnt out. We've done a lot of moves today. Our legs are on fire. They're screaming for a rest, but we're gonna get that cardio in there. We're gonna get that heart rate up. Our lungs and our heart health will thank us. Big jump, modify to those squat front kicks if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Here we go into those lunges. So we're gonna step back, back, and sink. So switch, 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 and sink. Can't do it slow. So 3 and sink, okay? "30 seconds, guys. And again, if this is too much, go here. Maybe go into some static lunges. Go into some reverse lunges. Do some walking lunges, actually. That'd be a good one. Here we go. Back to those jump squats. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Walking lunges are great. They'll take that impact off. You can set your own pace. So if you have the space and you want to modify, hit it up. All right, guys, we're almost there. 10 seconds left. And switch, here we go. All right, I don't know who put these 2 moves together. It was a terrible idea. Okay, guys, walking lunges or these switches, here we go. 2 and sink. My legs are screaming, heart rate is up, but we're almost there, guys. This is the finisher. 6 seconds left. Don't cheat it, keep going, and rest. Oh, all right. If you're not winded, I'm not sure. You gotta push it a little harder. Grab those heavier weights. That one was a doozy. Thank you for joining me. Good job getting to your mats today, guys. Let that heart rate down. Do some stretches.